No, the word of the was great. No prayer for you.
So now I talk and I say good. Is it inside?
No, it's the good for they don't work.
Because this pump together, inside the wall, inside the wall, so I push that wall council fine. So if you have the pump together, so now part of the room, it is my push this wall council fine. That guy will really yes.
A long time.
I didn't have a problem.
Yeah. Yes.
No man, I just hope you do. You do so fatigué. Yeah. And it's what you want to you know. No, no, any two way they honor, they are like no, they honor, they know. I might not see the look. This was the wall. So if you don't allow the watch, even at me as much as the walk, you understand, allow not this about say back to the dirty don't the way dirty because it carry the wall so. So if the dirty they carry the wall so, if the person the tendency the leg go so. Man, that side of the yes, inside the man who side man dey so. No watch inside the back. Okay. Una clear ya. Una finish for clear corner ya. Oh, this side of I got small. Allez, tout gros. Look out, look to cheese. Hey, I'm not silent.
So, take care of this.
As they don't see the one body now, they don't see the one body. One body, they don't see him. You don't see the one body?
No, but Shem should.
Come here, so can say that man in body there and that. Because they say, that man in body there. What's the pull out my hand? That man in body there over. That's okay. Come on, I'm going to see you.
You just don't see the one body now. It's not Unity Broadcasting Online TV as just don't see the one body now. We need to try to pull now.
You know the old two sides. Now one is left your umbrella first. You go. If you hold one side, left the camera, you cross. If you hold on to the side, who support you? You don't see an hour safe. So you will be like, I will go now. Yeah. That's it.
Okay. All right. What on are the view? All right.
I don't give Mr.
Yeah, I get pickups. I don't know the pickups. I get one.
It's not anything but casting. As we don't see the one body now, the try for pull the one body now, we just don't see. We don't see the one body now. As I'm gonna continue for view until the try for pull the one body now. It's not anything but casting online TV.
All we saw don't dig this. This is a tip for more begin to yes. Now we say let go all inside.
This one we can
9 pattern, yes. No small outside it. Small. We don't begin it some more. No, we don't tell them. We don't tell them.
Down, now they go down. Olha aí, Sá.
After the scene now, we don't see one body now. So now they're going to go. Go soon.
Go there, Pia. Go there.
Don't pray on. They don't pray on. That's the bottom. That's the bottom.
You didn't say the room, eh?
Yeah.
C'est une civilisation. Ça va encore à ça va, là, on va vous faire. On va on a bon, ici, il faut au caoutchouc. Où ça? Aqui, senhor. Look at it. Ele é pra cá. Ele é pra cá. Ele é pra cá. Ele é pra cá. Vamos saber onde você tá. Uma piscina de comboio. Mano, ele não.
Officer, Nigeria.
Yes, sir.
Nigeria.
Now,
Jesus.
so they see now. Let me see now. Not ordinary, not external. Like them jail. The man in them jail. See now, so they don't put four. They don't put four body. This time they 5. The last body, I think they said they don't put now 5. So
I get it through, yes.
This no more now.
No problem.
What's my full name?
Asna inem Yusuf Junisa. Last moment, donc pour as the mayor of Freetown said don't come Yvonne Kissy has said just not arrived now.
Okay, first one.
Five.
A part of the other one, this is 5. I'm going to go more Charlie. Put 3 under.
Yes, now like this man with Mr. Ali, we go and complain.
Put 3 on one side. Yes, put 1 another 12 one and 20 picking 1. Done. 2 million now we say 6 body. Now 6 body. 6 people. And 20 picking now 1. 5 family now 2. 6.
The first one is 5.
All the total is 6. Plus this one make 5. Plus the one where they are 6.
Don't tire, but this one don't go. Hey, you better tell me now. Me, I'll come back now.
Only journalist.
Yes, sir.
Hungry.
Una cova là sicuro, una cova. E vieni.
Ok.
Over small and me over small.
Push corner, Ali. Yeah? Push corner.
We blame no more in the central, but we send them community that we did that thing. The chief the youth man they now one.
Yeah, don't show the one day. Yeah. Don't show back the one day.
Around here,
That's not really beautiful.
How you go now? Up? Decided
Sally, how much for the all? Total. Because somebody said 5, someone says 6. How much do they have? We're going to tell them at the store.
look at the car. Yeah, lovely.
Put that in there. The one they way there, I mean, anybody with there will explain boy. I'm
Sally, go there.
yeah.
This is for comfort to him.
Almost like so all see very simple.
No, nobody told them. They told me.
Okay, get him. They go down there.
Watch you doing
Kaisai.
Okay, look, Kaya.
Now from what story? Take time.
Council.
Yeah, now pull it. Don't the other two the way we die early. Yeah, now pull the one.
Therefore, that case is a way they satellites and
that first people survive. That first people survive. The one we die now.
Simbo.
That family, that man will family. Other two people die now.
Yes, man.
Yeah, one year and another.
Mohammed.
One died.
Where Mohammed?
One in survive. Yeah, now.
Mohammed.
Get 3 way die. Don't get back another 2.
Somebody where you go able to get a correct information from. When na the whole day. Mohammed, American or I become call addition because I give you information. That man will be giving information. No, I know. No, I get that from justice now. I get that from
Where are you going? Where don't I want? You come.
Yeah, talk with him on here.
Where the other one? The other man is
Simbo. Where is now?
No, pass one side and I am with my
Last step.
Yes.
Yes, you see how we did it. All the mass, the go down.
Mohamed Kalon. Yeah, that's tenant.
Mohamed.
We don't get any sign.
Okay, Ali sign me don't come.
Tell me,
Way
sir.
back, Ali sign me don't come. If you look behind at the schools, one of the school caught me inside the post.
Yeah, it did now.
It is. I think about 2 years back, eh? Yeah, it done 2 years back. Yeah, it done 2 years back.
Big stone.
This man is trying to talk. He said the time for the also over this one.
Because last don't court. Yeah. The court direct.
This time beyond they should not to one, not to two.
This one we book there.
All these police belong to private people. They don't claim here and they sell to you see? All the side they are still going up in the one hour. The first for all the time. You really risk. All those things are potential to stand on. All the stones are hanging. Now we go back. Right up here.
Simple. That stone are for snappers.
God will bless you. Yeah, get me show. Hello. The conscience of me can show. Yeah, to the end.
But you know, no picture. Okay. So we go get from. Oh, I make sense until let me on them because we have picture. Oh, I'm off. Okay, well, and they back to no, but you forget it.
Yes, sir.
This morning, we don't have.
Before I come 6 o'clock, but my own force, it got off. I cannot go my car. Colbert, how dine up below. Where not at the broken. Where don't we get no pattern? Who's our pattern?
Yes, ma'am.
Pastor, yes, please. We don't go use this discussion over there. Nobody they come. No, for the service, guys. Please,
Là, comment on en a? Esses mesmo. Tudo bom, né? Não. Só que
I did see it, son.
That's all. That's all. Now the fish don't come on. Yes, fish don't come on. You say why let fish come on? Excuse. It's not true.
Hello. I want let us lead with now Christian prayer. Let us lead with a Muslim prayer. Let somebody just pray.
La ilaha illa anta subhanaka la ilaha illa anta ya aziz ya ghafar ya aziz ya ghafar subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifun wa salamun alal mursalin walhamdulillah.
Christian,
Papa God na heaven. Papa thank you for today when we don't get a yasu. Papa God, not to buy happiness we carry us today, but to get sorrow now we ask them, oh God. Papa God, we want to tell you thank you because of you now a good God. Papa God, now you know what to make this thing happen to the people in Yasu today. Papa God, but they pray that whatever sin them people are them, they don't sin against you. Papa God, make you have mercy for them, oh God. Papa God, give them a resting place, oh God. Papa God, even the one they were there now, oh Father God, when like the family members, the way they cry, Papa God, we pray that you will console them. Papa God, bring these same people them kind to this family we're going for come and represent them back, oh Papa God. Papa God, as the mayor don't kind of ask for himself, oh God. Papa God, we pray that you will protect them back where they go. Papa God, we need you and for Lego on top of this mayor because you get the love for you people them. And the way because of you getting love for you people them, now make the people themselves get love for them, oh God. Papa God, bless them. Guide we all over there so. Anybody to want to come away again, Papa God, we pray that you will protect you, oh God. Papa God, we are about to go. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Yeah, we all ush, but now I get it ush. Rain the camp, and I know say I don't get very, very difficult time this morning, so I don't want to take long. I want to tell the people that all ush, I want to tell Fire Person I thank you. All the people that we camp for support, for pull them body, then thank you. You see where it pain me heart right now. Now the fact say how me see this situation, people that still there at risk. Because the way I see them stone them, and the way I see the community, I believe say risk still there I am. All we are able to say today is I'm not going left for advocates, for let we get system. We're going to make this land, what they call land use planning, for let it come. Una na vulnerable people them. Na feno na defend side for lay una aid them. Na make una dinner them part ya, but it no good. And we get for try for see when things can be done, not today, tomorrow. For let we make una condition them safer. I don't want people in a rain. I just want to tell una say, me and mayor, not to all things we are able to do, not to all sides are able to reach. But what I can tell you, I'm heart stay with you today. And I pray let God give them good road. They want the way left me. And I thank you.
yes, man. He said, thank you, man. Thank you, man. Thank you.
And the mayor of Freetown just went up. Like Historia. But any time from now, we'll go offline as you guys still come everyone and the feel cold all over me body now. I've lost 6 people today. At this small slide, we take place now, and they get ski back with in critical condition. We don't lost for 6 people. They get ski back with in critical condition. As within a Looking Town community. So then I Looking Town community. Now thank you for day with 3. It's not unity broadcasting. And the rain still heavy on this side. If you get your family around Freetown, I will call them and ask if they're safe. As rain still heavy on this side here. Rain still heavy. As you see now. See now. Let me save the trim now. As unity broadcasting. As we can't show about another prone disaster side. Really. We can't show back another prone disaster side. this area on the sea. Force them down the back. Where they live in. Then they see the place where they begin to go down. This time all could cause disaster. They see the place. So you clear all on crack. Where they live down here and still. We're going to live at any time from now. We're going to live at any time from now. I'm going to thank you for viewing. Sound there? Ah, the team right now.
That's good.
Let's see. I can't talk some more. No, no, no.
Okay.
Bad job.
Bumper in the day when they post me there, and other side in the way, people them they live. You see, now the ticket and this where they don't pack and Commando abandon. According to what you from that young man, we talk to this now, Commando have been abandoned in place and don't go. Okay, and for them to will be updated as things unfold across the country in capital, Freetown.
Yes, yes. Afternoon.
So we don't forget any of the people and where they live now. So we talk to we, and one person don't volunteer for can talk to we and explain how it been talent for them when the the cut come down and what them been do at that moment they for make them able for at least protect life and property. And we still they carry on, and if you just stay tuning this now live update on the rain where they come across the country in capital Freetown, and you go on for no south there, we there around the Congoton area, and this point is out there to specific now Coleton, and this now a point also we get information say the dirty cut, but you see say up here there some other host them there where you go say it's a kind of a risky one for them where you never can tell where thing will happen next. And he said they just they close to whose side the tip cut and the point whose side he left the mark. So now when they come to the other people and where they live near, they will get host near there. You see one woman in Apia so where we go try for talk to and make himself tell we during that same day where this happen and waiting them in do. So we carry on for see what's happen. And this is like now a shop in there, so we're like a charging shop or kind of a telecenter for them. And now another place where you go say you will therefore tag them as a death trap. Because when you look the dirty stuff don't come out on that day where that they tell us that anytime anything can happen. So get to brother, how do you do my brother?
I do it, sir.
Yeah, tell family name and you saw this one. Okay, what's your name?
Unisa Soronka.
Okay, Unisa. So explain, give me what you been see or what you know about this place here, sir.
For this place here, if you don't see where this here be happy from this case, this go anyhow where the water the rain they come, this side they report anyhow. So you have been done before, you don't kill people then this season here back, the same side back place courts.
Okay.
So yeah, so don't point more people than in place there they don't cut, they don't point. That's the side there.
Okay. Okay, you say the first one, you been caught people in there, but this one people don't die?
No, nobody not be dying.
Okay, now the first one, then the last year.
The first one, yeah.
Okay. Okay, so any support we don't come for help people them on a section they help people them for come out from dirty or for move away from this place here?
From dirty inside?
Yes,
because some people then can't wait this place here because people then can't. They can't help, they can't support for let them clear this place here. For let them clear, for let them get away for pass.
So I see another person with a leave around there. So hello, welcome to YB Television. Tell family name and who's side with it.
My name is Ojan S. Kamara. I live in New City. We have been called. Last time I've been aligned, I've been with me. So in the evening, when I tell you, so I'm on calls. So I come on, meet the place, all time and take it with everybody to a time, with dirty. So definitely, when time you know you sleep now, you can cover within the hall. So when I'm covered down, so up to now, we didn't have the other rooms there, for all go to catch. Next time you will not get to the get for sleep right now. So we don't want to difficult right now.
Okay.
No, right now, we don't let government be help me, because right now, we don't straight to help me. Yes, when the money will go, after the enter, the salary will go catch.
Okay.
So we don't get.
Okay. That's now one of the people where they live now. So and we just tell we how it happened to them, and according to them na a keke rider, and it came meet the place don't cover with dirty, and now according to them it not get side for day. Well, family, we are open and we continue for watch all about the country and continue for the three as we give updates as to what's in the happen all about the city. And now we go join Samuel Weisbach for more updates on waiting himself together from the studio.
I'm going to table, they'll divert all victors to go now the PW axis.
Okay.
Where they go down to Ferry Junction.
So as you've been there, so this happen or you get information, say first time, say such thing happen. What are some of the things them where this take away for them? What are some of the things them where affects, especially when it comes to your findings?
Some of the things that will affect the one are the electric poles and the fiber cables and other things that will cause serious obstructions. No vehicle to go in, no vehicle to come out. So that's one of the things that will happen. So what I do as a divisional traffic officer, I go straight to the SLRA, we call them, go inform them. From there we get a machine, we bring them to the notice of the traffic sectors, when I'm the boss, Mr. Bernakane, I inform him we decide to put things in place for letting you go right.
Okay. So we see power saw and I will say a kind of a work they carry on. So who are the team or whose parts these supports come out from?
This support come from the SLRA. SLRA, and then we join hands together with them. Then from there we go, we build the machine with the power saw, when they come in for rectify this problem. So as easily as possible, this problem it's like 1 hour to 2 hour time we will put in place. Everything will be okay. Okay.
So hopefully if we don't get somebody where they're in charge of the traffic point, and until we say they're trying to do everything they can to ensure say this will be done in the next 1 to 2 hours. But you see say the young man and they use the manual railway in and they use axe and semi-so parcel. But we move across for let we see and how the work they carry on small and waiting the happen there. So well then we see say the back of the Fairland Red Cross and the present semi-so and we just see say that they come for come and watch if there was no any other further damage to people that were being around there. So well then we don't get anything like that. So we still watch and see how this they carry on, and we see say the military presence they have ensure say they're able to make this thing come up quick so people them where they use this road will get easy access to this point also. And you see say this point now a kind of a point, and now we just now the scene, the mayor of the Freetown City Council will tell family, as you say, you move around the country in capital for see what's in the happen. So what are some of the findings that we don't get?
Okay, I just come on looking town. We say, sadly, we get the worst casualties. Community up on the hill. And of course, we don't know about this from this morning. I don't get in touch with SLRA. And this is the SLRA, their responsibility. I'm really glad you say Engineer Mustafa be able to organize for them to cut this. So let them cut this tree. We move now to Culvert. Besides, I know a lot of damage has been done. Interestingly, I've been there on Monday last week after that rain. So we've already put into place plan for let we dredge the river. And that work therefore starts next week. But this is something we all need to be aware of. This rain is going to continue. This line they call climate change. So we need to put the fundamentals in place. We really need to make sure, say, we protect communities and we not allow communities for building a water side, build on steep hills. And this is all about land use planning and building permit. We can't forget our rights. And I will continue to advocate. So this is not something we be done at the local level because it's difficult to make a national ministry able to organize building permits right across the whole country. But at the local level, when you break them down into wards, you know, we can do that kind of work there with an approved and agreed policy.
Okay. Now, what will be the next step for ensure say this way we don't see so not repeating itself again? Because they follow the weather forecast and it tells we say we might have it tomorrow, the similar one, because it's pointing at 100%, and we might get it on Wednesday at 50%.
For give permits for people then for building a water side, build on these steep hills when a disaster, or even if you not give permits, when we not get a permit giving culture. So if you look at the audit will be done not so long ago, I think it was 2019, on building permits, then find out say 85% of buildings are not get permits. So then one thing. But then on the immediate level, we work with waiting and call the CDMCs, the Community Disaster Management Committees, them, and we liaise with them. We do training, we don't bring communities and them vulnerable communities in, for let them understand when the rain begin come, how will they pass the message, how people can move to safety. But down there all now, just plaster work. When you really want to deal with the core problem, you get for deal with them by insisting on people not blocking the waterways, insisting on let we not cut all the trees. You see all the brown dots in the street, all over in the brown dots you see. Who say that's come out? The hills them, and then SLRA. Some of the when you look at the gutters, I mean, we don't do flood mitigation for the last 3 years. This year the funds went to SLRA. You see digging, the dotty still did it. I'm not sure how comprehensive, but we believe say there's a comprehensive way to do this. We're going to make flood mitigation effective. We're going to continue for the way we pass, but not also something where city to do, not also something where MDA to do. This is something we get to be done holistically. We get to get an approach to disaster where we bring all players in and where we make sure say we mitigate and we prevent. Prevention is better than cure.
I recall a couple of years back, you been get this way and say Operation Clean Freetown, when it was like a competitive way where communities they go in for a battle that will clean in community. But over, you agree with me, if you don't reduce and not in the Siam. So what thing go wrong?
Well, that the year 2020, because you know sir, the way how the motivation when they go, we will ensure say the communities them get prizes, incentive, whether in a water well, whether in a scholarship, and all that when they require resources, council funds. So the year where 2020, where the local government ministry stopped we for collect revenue, I don't know if you remember that, for 1 year, that one they set me back considerably. So from a budget perspective, imagine they're on catch up. So we'll not be able to get our resource for able to do the prizes. But we know the importance of that. And we know the way how communities and we embrace them and how that bring environmental awareness at the community level. So we really push to see how we go able through donor partners to let we kick them off again before the gutter. Although really, when you see the gutter then full of more than the red dotty, nine really the block. But at the same time, communities, let we stay safe. You and the belows, advise yourself. I just see us, where above the us, you see this kind of rock will hang over the us. You know, we said get for take some responsibility for our lives then. And let we know, let you get permits. Abe, not build us, not build on our water side, not build car park, not the waterway by Congo Water Market. These are all the things where inevitably they lead to disaster.
Okay, well, Famble, if you watch and from any side you get to from America, Australia, any part you get to online, that's not been the mayor of the Freetown City Council, Madam Ivana Kisoya, and if he points out some things them where INSEP don't find out, and some also time for ask Sierra Leoneans and for the Usai for bill, and waiting for those in order for we go able to fight against flooding and other disasters that happen in the country. We'll continue for those three, and if you just join me, you might be wondering who's we there. We currently in a Bible Road, and we by the Bomber Point, and we see how the the military together with the Sierra Leone Road Safety Authority and other government agencies, and they do for ensuring and clean the streets as one big tick for them where they prevent motor car them and other vehicle them not for able to use the streets. Well, this is a live update they come to you as we update you on how the among people them at the capital Freetown. Waiting to happen right now. Well, Samuel, this now waiting we gather from the Bible Road area, and I will send the anchor to you so you can continue with family at the studio. Thanks.
No, like this morning. This morning.
Okay, I'm making
yeah, I will wait. Okay. Boss, I'm ready to go.
No, not be kaya.
This problem, I'm ready to go.
Go. Okay?
Yes, culvert. Okay. Remove.
Yeah, look.
I think this is where we can stop. Okay? It's over, go. Okay. Fumble, if you watch this now, another point around the culvert community. Usai a stick for them, and according to what we get, the currents at that time lightning there, and one picking fall victim. But we get another word say they try for recover from the shock. And we still there around there, and then same also the mayor of Freetown, we don't meet them now safe. After we meet them up here and you see say this now the ticket for them and for them some host them, and then we know we can get some information across from the family where they Libya, and same also may they explain what happened from this morning when they come, and how they may do for ensure say they're able for save their own life, and same also some of them property where they get there. So they forget some of the people in Libya. And also make themselves go tell we waiting happen there for morning till now. Okay. So Fambu, this now one of the young people in Libya, and tell Fambu your name and what's with this so.
Yena Tahir Ahmad Kuruma, we dey off race course back of Columbia Davis.
Child in this community?
A Clienttown community.
Okay. Tell Fambu waiting happen so today we see a big tick for them.
Yeah, this tick a bit on the yeah. For some time now, and we in our Columbia Davis be responsible for them, and even Engnami house. So for a very long time now, so we don't go on this. But due to the serious rains that I will get this month, that trigger for making able for done this morning, we don't cause any kind of disaster there.
And another thing where we get what meet we say somebody been fall victim from electric shock, that's true?
Yes, well with small sister Doya. As when I the car up when I go see the water sink then I only in even the wave. Right? So now they able to see and go able to do them.
So they now how they go to treatment?
Well, they done the better because now both them even knock out with even in that kind of shock.
Okay. So same way so I see place like pan body or kind of a structure there. So like how much us been laid on your pines?
Well actually if we calculate, we get to think about this house first.
Interestingly, still in at the Culvert community, as you see live pictures that we Christopher Keru did it with some authorities them from the state and the ministry and
and the Freetown City Council for ensuring they respond to waiting the happen currently across the city. That's na Culvert community, one of the slum communities na the east. We always been get issue with drainage system. Some people be alleged say they thief the drainage facility where they been created. But we continue as you see live clip footage there. So once they're able to reach outside and they go, let we see Christopher, if you get Twitter, where exactly now outside una the edge, so as una then at the Culvert community. Okay, we apologize because we seem for the lost sound yanda. The technical team they work on that at the moment. So once we're able to establish the sound there, we will definitely link with Christopher Keru. But I'll run through some messages on Facebook. George Kamara is saying, you see, my people, the flood is not asking for your party card right now. Its only job is to follow the law of gravity. But when the government tries to enforce building codes and zone restrictions, you blame the sitting government, saying that is their actions are politically motivated. Sandy Rogers is saying, I am kindly appealing to the management of AYV. Yes, Sandy, this your appeal is noted. We're taking that into consideration. Thank you very much for calling our attention to it. Musa Masako is in the Ministry of Planning and Economic Development, Ministry of Environment, ONS, Environment Protection Agency, Ministry of Lands and Community Stakeholders, and people themselves have to do the needful to change the narratives. Malcolm Janice Camara is saying, I am watching from Spain. All right, thank you very much, Malcolm. Olamide Ball, we need Sambagota type infrastructures all over Freetown to route this type of massive water. What is the government doing? This is a yearly recurrence we think. A lot needs to be done in Freetown, and that includes rules and regulations. Miss Fred is saying, sometimes you don't blame the people. The country is not planned. We don't have any system in place. We prohibit people for build or settle in certain places. And even if we have, they are very weak. Everybody just they buy land for build. We don't destroy all the forest. We don't destroy all the forest. No proper drainage system. Now I make with the experience waiting with the see now so. Ronald Justin is saying, we must face these uncomfortable truth. We have allowed building permits in areas not suitable for housing and in water catchment areas in successive governments. So please, let's blame those who have the responsibility of not allowing the building of structures in those areas. Okay, interesting comments there. Yes, and Wells, thank you. We'll look here. Our sound engineer is working to bring back that sound from the field. So we're doing that. Thank you very much. My Kube people hope they are okay. Amadou Rui Jalo is asking that. Momo Samba is saying, oh, Sierra Leone, everything. Interesting. We're trying to establish the sound there in field as Christopher Keru is trying to tell us what is happening at the Culver community and how the engagement is going for make people we then at the community always take the better action way for protect their lives and protect their properties them when it rains heavily. We all know how August don't they behave when it comes to the rains. We always done the pour and the rains still they continue. Since morning the rains still they come. We hope that no more the required and necessary actions will be taken by us citizens, by the government, and ensure so we continue to protect lives and properties, especially when we all know the economic situation currently across the globe and Sierra Leone not exempted. So we hope that we will continue for protect ourselves as a nation and as a people. This is pathetic August trouble again after the August 14, 2017. Amara Rogers Amaziki is saying that make we accept some calls again in the program as we try for bring the updates across Freetown. The number is 0301216190, 0301216119. Tell we the community where you dey. Tell we waiting they happen at the community. Tell we how una don dey respond to the things that we don dey happen at the community as a result of the rain we don dey come since morning inside Freetown. Well, fortunately, I say fortunately because now only Freetown we don't get report of for today of flash floods and of course death. We 6 people already done that as a result of the mudslide. We happen na the Looking Town community, and of course the Tikwe for Donna by Brewer Road, where we see Soldier Man them they in action for cut the tree and give people access to the road, and of course the Culvert community as well. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Your name and where you call from?
I'm Mustafa again once more at the South.
Okay, Mustafa.
I just want to bring back concerning this flooding business. You see the people Hello?
Go ahead, I will get you.
The people in that day, the past government don't give them money. They don't come and place it. They need to build some time that cost area for the Oluna Pambodi, but the place is fine. It's better than for Kali Nadea. Now look at that in the neighbor. That day was so far serious disaster back on this area. Now what is the issue?
All right.
All money for so far now. We go maybe say una komoya, una no be komoya. Don't government will enforce the for the commodity.
Okay.
You know see. And the problem you go to just anybody who me say it is say I'm please paper and me get there. You see?
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mustafa. So let we take a quick break, but we'll bring you a clip where we play earlier on of really waiting that happen across Freetown from different communities as we get bits of them things of their happenings and they across the city, and we will come right back after that day.
This now Looking Town up this by Womboton here. I think this incident happened this morning. This report, they can't cover 2 holes there. We don't fall dead of. I think like about 5 people that are left inside this bottle. We right now with the type of food. Now Looking Town by Limawataya. When I come back by Masayele, I think this still not happy now. We will try for fete and we will get too much material. So they call on the fire force team. So they can fuse and they will help you. Because you must go park na Al-Kudus. You must go by Al-Kudus, you park down there. So the team will come up now. Then they call on this number 077 86 34 10. Me and my man's the talk CSV. Please. You come by Looking Town, yeah? By Al-Kudus, and then the Moscow will stop. Then the Moscow come by Al-Kudus, stop there. Yeah, the team will come up.
Just like waiting Mr. Abdul Karim don't talk. Waiting we don't do now as Metropolitan and police, we say from Canada teeth. We they call on SLRA now. This now waiting not happen. Then they can do the right way then for do now so that motor can go for pass. This now the destruction we don't be now. Opposite na bomb, not to be bomb. They don't block the entire road. We motor self not able for pass. This now waiting to happen now.
Don't say hey. No, outside the picking there, so one picking there inside now we know that it's what for promote. We don't go there, it's for puller. Don't say hey, send it outside. And it's not going happy and Looking Town now. No, it's on this again here. As far as the city picking there inside there, and the place inside, the one of us, this road book. This is Looking Town, and then this must not happen now.
Don't you don't cut corrupt people and so. This is looking time. Very good. Very good. This is now looking down by Freetown. Hey! What?
Wow. Inside Poto to another Poto and one water to another water. So this is it. They still they move small and they showcase how the water don't left the people in Nayaso. And according to what people they say at this point, the water been even reached to some money waste and inside this point. And it's really a kind of a point we are in, you go say.
Yeah.
This is another point, and according to waiting we together, now yeah, so the water really overflow and then okay, but I think so, this is not the point where we can stand and then see the river itself. Okay. Okay. So side water over pass now the issue this. The issue this. Okay. Wait, Aki. Release the. It's okay.
Not catch nobody.
Hold this one, man. Wow. Okay, Fumble, after a long walk, finally we reach my point I'm waiting. It seems like the mayor experienced at this point, and I see the pull it. Wow, so much more than it. So, Madam Mayor. Okay, so Trevor gets a word from the mayor, and why you don't talk about this point from time where we meet you?
Yes. So unfortunately, we don't stand at the correct place, but at least it close. Wait till they try for make una see now the relationship between waiting to go on. If we've been there further down, would have forget a better view. We come upside. The relationship between the Bome, the silt, and waiting to go on at the community. So this river, 9 overflow, will cause this flooding. What we've been on to do with flood mitigation, now for dredge this river, so that the silt when it come out from the hills them, make the riverbed high. But we've been calmed down last week, and some of the partners that are around, CRS and Caritas, and then no, we don't agree with their help saying next week this river will be dredged. So this, which I is trying to show is, with proper work in advance, like what we need to do, if possible for mitigate some of the disaster, this don't be. And you know the thing with disaster is you can never be sure. Even if you do walk, you can still, because I'm not going to tell me they're not walking in Pakistan. We're there like today, so many millions of people there, or hundreds of thousands of people there homeless. So, but at the same time, it's important for that we think through what can be done. Another major issue from when we did together, they talk about this land use planning and building permit. How come you go build, you see, these structures and they block the water. This will block the water. This will block the water. If we not get a building permit process where and laws that were enforceable and enforced, we go continue for the deal with disasters. So I've been one for Leone. I see this as I say, it's not the angle where I've been one, but I think still not able to get the message still.
Okay, well then. Okay, Mayor, there's a spot over there. You see, said he stone them down for them, and it is close to the fence. And if that's one don't start for them, I believe say the current for workers through the fence and go and walk people in with the Libyan. So as the mayor, you get any plan for ensure say people in with the Libyan be safe?
It come back to this thing, who say the accountability and responsibility day. You know, council, the function for land use planning and building permits, no day now we earn. So you know, we go tell us and say, no, build day. We know to you get the power for tell us and say, build ya, not build ya. You know, so this are the points where I always say, I advocate for let the councils them get this power devolved to it, because when this happen, now we're there. And the communities and they look to we. So if we're able to tell them, say, no, we're not agree like you build ya, and we get the power. Because you know go talk something where you not get the power. So now make we advocate for this land use planning and building permits be devolved. You talk about the wire, the electric cable. I understand the Eds have been canned this morning, and I sure say I go even call them, but anything where they're aware of, I sure say they go take the necessary action. Okay. Another one, I see another structure where it seems like a new one. The person not even done a it. It looks straight to the I see them.
Yes. So
if I sound like a broken record, now because of the frustration, you know, because really nobody knows for the bill. Look how close. And when the problem go come, then go be flooded. This I think on Monday. This structure where you see, a bit further down. The man sit on the veranda, he sit on the chair. The chair sit on inside the water. Wow. And we don't see today. So it will continue to happen. We need to prevent these structures from being built. We need to have a system. We not say councils are going to work on their own. But still, this needs to be addressed. We can't just keep ignoring it. We can't keep ignoring it. We're in a time of climate change. We will have more extreme weather. We need to be better prepared. We need better collaboration. And this function, in order the Local Government Act of 2004 for nothing. It did it because all over the world, local authorities are responsible for building permits. I won't stop advocating for this because it is critical for let we able to bring some sanity. I can't go broke that stay because I'm not getting no mandate. I'm not getting no access. It's in the law, but the law is not being implemented.
Okay. Well then, Fambu will continue for the week, and we go and show we show you around the country in capital Freetown as to waiting the happen as the game the camera.
You understand why I bring you like that?
You know, follow FC.
No, we are moving by swimming pool.
Okay.
So Fumble, we don't come out outside the water overflow and we make tens of people them been lost them property and then so plenty property well and we still they move around and we still move for see what's in the carry on na the country, especially na Freetown.
This guy got a problem. The man they see the cable, they see the car like yeah. The children.
Okay, Fumble, we still move and see us them like some rooms themselves still left wide open and then see say nothing, for pool water don't go inside and even water bring along some gravel and this is not the point once more if you just join me. If you could recall anybody who gets the videos them from social media that the area these people are not been get an option but just for work on top the roof because of the cannibal way how the water been done surround them. And same way so they come, we go inside another point where now like a waterway. So this now the Freetown area and Colbert community to be specific. Okay, so we move small and we carry on with the updates of waiting the apple Nayaso. Any side you get me from England, America, Australia, Canada. This live updates on the rain we start for camp this morning. So we still carry on. Okay, but Fumble, next point we might reach to Kube and then see as how things unfold. Well, I send you back to Fumble Radio. Actually, we'll go back in the studio and join Samuel Wise for another update or connecting with people where they call and give them contribution.